ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Hopkinton High School turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers varsity field hockey on HCAM. Tom Nappy on the call, John Ritz on camera here on this gorgeous Wednesday evening as the 6-1-1 Hopkinton Hillers take on 6-3 King Philip. King Philip out of the Hockomock League. They are in the Division I bracket and ranked 19th in that Division I bracket. So as of right now, they are certainly in qualification for the playoffs as they are within that top 32 and have enough wins to qualify. The Hillers, they are ranked 6th in the Division II bracket. They moved up a few spots in the most recent release, which was great to see. And the Hillers, they have been playing some great field hockey as of late, and they picked up an impressive win this past Monday, and they are looking for another win here today as it is youth night, and we are underway. King Philip working left to right. They are in the green and yellow jerseys, the Hopkinton Hillers in their home white jerseys. Coming up the near side is Nikki McDonald, a captain for King Philip. Getting in the way, Zoe Adams. King Philip going to put it in quick here. Taylor McDuff out in front. There's a backhander. Off a defender goes Cloutier. I'll tell you, this King Philip team, very battle-tested. It's not going to be the easiest match here for the Hillers. This is going to be a tough battle here today. Out in front, and it's sent away by Weston. Callie Weston with it. Along the far side now. And we'll get a reset in favor of the Hillers. Knocked up field by Fowler. Here comes King Philip, however. King Philip trying to work their way back into the attack zone. Hiller defenders are going to be busy in this one. It's an aggressive King Philip team as it's nicely cleared there. Able to clear it out was Camille Perloff. Working along the far side. Guadathantry gets in the way of Abby McDonald. And this will go in favor of the Hillers. Sun's starting to set, as you'll see in our camera view. In the JV game, King Philip got the win. I believe it was a 3-0 final in that one. Hillers on Monday took down Bellingham 4-0. They've actually won 3 straight, taking down Medfield, Medway, and Bellingham in their last 3 games. And they're also home once again on Friday. They'll host Natick. So a couple out-of-league games for the Hillers this week. Is King Philip looking to move in? That's McDevitt with it. Hiller defenders holding strong up till now. And King Philip will put it into play. Trying to dig it out for the Hillers is Locke. Sent over McDonald. Nicely cleared by Perloff. Along the near side, that's Kaylee Brady. Getting in the way is Adams. King Philip looking to approach once again. With it is Kelly Holmes, the captain. And takes a chop at it, and it's popped in. 1-0 King Philip. It was Holmes sending it in front of the net. I believe it was Abby McDonald who was able to put it in to make it a 1-0 game. That score comes at 10:40 left to go in the first quarter. And the good news is the Hillers are playing up today. They're going to get points for taking on a Division I team regardless of the outcome. And this is a great match for the Hillers to prepare for what they might see in the postseason. As Perlov trying to work up the far side. Along the sideline, that is Reese and Tarrante. Taking it away, Nikki McDonald. Side in for King Philip. What a Thantry. Caitlin Wilder is the head coach for King Philip. Abby Valencia for the Hillers. Allie has done a great job with this Hiller program in her second season. And what's good is she gets most of the group returning from last season back. And that has certainly helped the Hillers this season, having that familiarity. Perlov driving in. Takes a chop at it, deflected by the keeper. Good pressure by the Hillers. Let's see if they can keep it going. King Philip with it now, taken away by Locke. Oh, the battle continues. Locke took it away, and then McDonald got it back. Here comes Ella Morgan, getting in the way there for the Hillers is Lauren Stretche. Out in front, kicked away. Good job by Kane kicking that one away. King Philip, though, however, trying to attack once again. Up the far side it goes. And Tarante with it. It's taken away. Taken back by King Philip, out in front, shot in. Well, King Philip, they are having some good success crowding the box, and Ella Morgan able to get a little tip on it, and then it was Mackenzie McDevitt who knocks it in. A 2-0 lead for King Philip. At 7:45 left to go here in the first quarter. This King Philip team, they work fast. They just charge right up the field. King Philip ball here, and she puts it down. They bring it right back into play. Trying to throw those Hiller defenders off guard, but the Hiller defenders ready for it there. Locke with it. Sends it up the far side, hoping Tarante could get there. It'll be a side in for King Philip. Or correction for the Hillers. Fowler puts it into play. On the far side, that's Allie LePage. Temperatures in the 70s for this one. Got up to the 80s earlier in the afternoon today. Wadathantry looking to take it away. King Phillip on the charge once again. Out in front. And nicely done by Stretche. Donald looking to close in. Donald matched up with Perloff. Well, the Hillers are going to have to find ways to get Perloff the ball in the attack zone. Got to get the ball to your best shooter. Charging up the near side, that's Abby Burke. Perloff didn't get as much under that as she would hoped for. Pass up by McDuff. Wadathantry there to take it away. Perloff slicing it forward, able to find Burke. Perloff takes it away. Perloff gets in there. Here comes King Phillip. With it is McDonald. Mariboldi set to put it in play. Stretche sends it up the near side and knocked out of play as Balster was trying to move it up. Wadathantry moves it back. Stretche moves it up the field. Perloff. Along the far side, Fowler. Perloff looking to close in. And she's going to take a shot out in front, and it's put in. It was Abby Burke who was able to knock it in. First shot initially was by Camille Perloff, and Abby Burke in front of the net, able to put it in. A 2-1 game at 2:45 left to go in the first quarter. Well, I think that's the mentality the Hillers are going to have. When you get into the attack zone, when you get out in front, shoot the ball, crowd the front of the net, and hope you can pop it in. And it worked that time. Oh, they're going to wave off the goal. Coach Valencia not happy. They're waving off the goal. It's unfortunate we don't have audio from the officials. I'd love to I understand why that was waved off. Well, the goal's waved off, so erase that. I'm going to assume somebody was perhaps where they weren't supposed to be. Along the far side, Fowler. Well, I hope there was a crystal clear reason why there wasn't a goal. A game like this, certainly don't want to be waving off goals unless you have indisputable evidence. Out in front. Cloutier. Sent up by Balster. Perlov sends it up. Good stop there by Perlov. Be put into play by the Hillers. And King Philip ball as it goes side out. Working it up the fields. Cloutier gets it over to McDuff. King Philip looking for a last-second attack here in the first quarter. And they will have a penalty corner. Mackenzie McDevitt will be the inserter. Sent in a play, shot out in front of the net. Yeah, good job by Hillers crashing the net that time, but King Philip going to have another penalty corner opportunity. And they can't end the quarter on a penalty corner, so they will continue on here. But if the Hiller is able to clear, that'll be the end of the quarter. Loose ball, and it's going to be popped in. Nicky McDonald gets the goal. And that is how the quarter will end. So it's going to be 3-0 King Philip heading into the second quarter. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are ready for the second quarter. Hillers hoping to slow down this King Philip team, a 3-0 King Philip lead. It looked like the Hillers might have had a goal in the first quarter, but unfortunately it was waved off. Along the near side. that went off of Perlov. Sent up. Along the far side, trying to track it down is McDonald. Hillers get it back. Moved up by Bridget King. Fowler. Good back and forth along the far sideline. And I think that was an illegal lift there. And taken away by Perlov as Holmes was trying to get through. Along the far side. Perlov trying to move in. Hiller's going to have a penalty corner here. Reese Interante will be the inserter. And that is put in by Suniti Wadathatri. Some power there. A 3-1 game. Nicely done by the Hillers. The score comes at 12:33 left to go here in the second quarter. Taken away by Stretche. McDonald. Here comes Holmes. Out in front. That was a nice send to the center. And an illegal kick there. Hiller ball. Stretche sends it to the near side. Out of play goes Ella Morgan. Lights starting to come on here at the turf fields as the sun is just about set. Perlov is there. Ella Morgan hoping to work her way in. It's going to go Hiller way. And intercepted by Nikki McDonald. Perlov there to cut her off. Sent out by McDonald. Trying to send it up was Adams. Getting in the way, Boldy. She takes a slice at it. Boldy up against Godfroy. Nice job by the Hillers moving it up. Along the near side, Brady matched up with Burke. Burke sends it over. Lewis. King Philip trying to work up the near side, and it looks like they called it out before Zoe Adams could hit it. Holmes puts it in. And as Adams tries to pass it up the field, deflected off of McDonald. Right to the net it goes. Kane will let it roll out. Just under 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. Well, you can see the aggressiveness of this King Philip team. They are quick to charge the net and the ball handler. And they don't give you much space to work with. But the Hillers, they seem to be adjusting and finding more openings to try to get into the attack zone, and here they go now. Locke sends it over, and it's out of play. Kaylee Brady puts it in. Here goes Ella Morgan. Morgan. And nicely blocked there by Stretche. Sent up by Adams. Along the near side, Burke. Kelly Holmes with it. One of the captains for King Philip. Little collision there between Holmes and Adams. It'll go in Hiller favor. Adams with some nice velocity on that one. That's been a theme of this match too. Hit the ball hard. And you see how hard King Philip can hit it. The Hillers have since adjusted. They're having much harder passes up the field, trying to work up there much quicker. Holmes sneaking through. Off a Stretche and out. Took one off the hand there. Once you're in that attack zone, you can get the lift on it. Stretche matched up with McDuff. Kicked away by Kane. It'll be King Philip ball. Holmes puts it into play. And nice straddle along the end line. Out in front. Deflected by Kane. Still loose ball, and it's put in. I believe it was Taylor McDuff who got the knock on it to pop it in. And it is a 4-1 King Philip lead at 5:51 left to go here in the second quarter. So Taylor McDuff with the score. Hillers looking to work their way in now. Ruled in favor of King Philip. Along the far side, Fowler. Fowler sends it up. Thantry gets in the way. Saniti up the far side. Back to Fowler out in front, Perlov. Perlov putting on the moves. She'll take a slice at it, and it's just wide. That was a nice move to get through two defenders by Perlov, kind of maneuvered around him. And took a slice at it, and that's what the Hillers are going to have to do. Get aggressive and don't be afraid to take those long-distance shots. Thantry sends it back. Ali LePage along the far side for the Hillers as King Philip working their way into the attack zone. Closing in, out in front, kicked away by Kane. There's a nice cross there by McDevitt. Cloutier. Stretche gets in the way. It'll be King Philip ball. Looking to close in. Good defense by the Hillers. Stretche in the way of the attempted shot by McDuff. Sent up by Adams. Stretche to Perlov. Perlov moves it up to Locke. Taken away by Lewis. Good defense there by Ali LePage. King Philip goes side in. Here's Lewis sending it up. Hillers looking to charge. Pass up by Locke. Along the far side, that's Anderson. Thantry gets in the way. Looking to move it up. Here's Perlov. Camille Perlov back to Lily Anderson. Now looking for Weston. Backhands it. Nice job by the Hillers moving into the attack zone, but quickly brushed out by King Philip. Fowler with it. 1 minute left to go here in the second quarter. Camille Perlov with it. stay with the Hillers. Perloff quickly moves it in. And out of play it goes. We see the Hillers are ramping up the quickness with how they work. As soon as they drop the ball, they get it right into play and send it forward. Kind of stealing a page out of the King Philip book. King Philip was able to catch the Hillers off guard a couple times in that first quarter. The Hillers, they're going to try to do that to them. And that is going to do it for the first half. An entertaining game between these two very talented teams. Both teams net a goal in the second quarter, and after 2 quarters of play, it's King Philip 4, the Hopkinton Hillers 1. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are ready for the second half of this good battle between King Philip at a Division I and Hopkinton Hillers at a Division II, a Hockomock versus TVL matchup. It was a 3-0 first quarter in favor of King Philip. Second quarter evened out a little bit more as both teams scored a goal. Hillers will work left to right for the second half. Locke puts it in play. We're underway here in quarter number 3. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. John Ritz on camera. Here on a very nice Wednesday night. Don't forget, we got a whole lot more Hiller sports coming up for you this week. Some big action tomorrow. Thursday, we'll have Hiller girls soccer at 4 p.m. as they'll take on Bellingham. And then John and I will go from there to Hiller football, where they will be battling Medfield in their first TVL game of the year. So a double dose of Hiller sports for you tomorrow on HCAM. And then on Friday, Hiller field hockey back into action against Natick. They have a 5:30 start time. Perloff puts it towards the net. And there you see it again, taking that long distance shot. Putting it in the attack zone. And trying to get in there and get some pressure going quickly. Sent up the far side by Holmes and out of play, Hiller ball. Puts it towards the net. There you see it again. King Philip looking to work up the far side while Thantry gets in the way. And here comes the Warriors. This will go in favor of the Hillers. King Philip has won their last 3 games. They beat Milford 8-0, Sharon 12-0, North Attleboro 5-2 in their last 3. So they're on a nice stretch. This King Philip team, they're a potent team. They can score a lot of goals. But the Hiller defenders, very much up to this point, keeping the Hillers in the game. Into the box they go. There to clear it away is Zoe Adams. Try to go far side with it, out of play. Hiller is rushing up the field. Stays with Hopkinton. Nice job by Abby Burke finding some space. Here's Camille Perlov. Perlov going to rush in. Backhander deflected. Out of play. It'll be Hiller ball. Taken away but from Wadathantry. Stays with King Philip. Holmes. Looking to close in. Some good stick work there out in front. And it's popped in. Mackenzie McDermott, or excuse me, McDevitt, grabs the pass from Holmes. A great centering pass. And she is able to pop it in. The score comes at 10:17 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 5-1 game. Here's Perlov. Lock. Sent over to Interante. Interante with it. Perlov trying to sneak in. Popped up. And an illegal lift there. Working her way up the far side, Ella Morgan. Wadathantry getting in the way. Good steal by Sanidi. Oh, she ended up out of play. And Nikki McDonald diverted, is getting in her way is Interante. Knocked it out of play. King Philip ball. And King Philip, one thing they do is on the resets, they don't let the opposing team get set. They just put it right into play. They make it a much more continuous game. Hiller ball. Along the near side, here comes the Hillers. Fowler with it, moves it up. Lock. Goes to Interante, closing in. Centering pass and was trying to hit Burke in front, but perhaps a little too much mustard on that pass. Kaylee Brady puts it into play. Closing in on 7 minutes left to go in this third quarter. A 5-1 King Philip lead. I'll tell you, a match like this for the Hillers, this is going to make them a better team regardless of the outcome. To have this tough Division I opponent who really plays a different style from what you get in the TVL. They play a much quicker style. This is the kind of game that will improve your skills very quickly. With it is Interante, sends it over out in front, and that shot just wide. And it was Abby Burke with the shot, the sophomore. Abby Burke, she's going to be someone to watch for the Hillers over the next couple seasons. She's already played an essential role this season. Out in front, Perlov. And it'll end up out of play. Zoe Adams puts it in. Good centering pass there. Perlov catches up with it. She'll take a slice off the crossbar. And King Philip just able to clear. That was a beauty of a shot by Perlov, but it looked like it got deflected in front of the net and then popped off the crossbar. Rodantri looking to take it away along the far side. Some good back and forth along that far sideline. Hillers will have the side end. Yeah, Perlov trying to go the whole way there. Couple substitutions for King Philip. Sammy Cloutier and Abby McDonald back into the game. What a Thoughtree. Moves it up to Locke. Pass by Fowler. It'll stay with the Hillers. Perlov going to put it into play. And just wide of the net. Just under 3.5 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Perlov pulls it down. Here she comes. And she was looking for Interante there. Interante not able to gather it up. With the McDevitt. Sends it over out in front. McDevitt gets it in front of the net. Along the end line now. Guadathantri trying to take it out of the danger zone. Over to the shooter's circle. Good diving save by Kane. And cleared away. Kane with a great save there, and then Fowler able to swipe it out. Perloff sends it up. Varsity moves it up the sideline over to Burke. Perloff looking to burst through. She was surrounded by defenders. King Philip has really keyed in on Perloff. Varsity moves it back, moved back up the far side. 1 minute and counting left to go in this quarter. I'll tell you, since the first quarter where the Hillers more or less were getting used to this quick style of play that King Philip brings to the table. It was a 3-0 first quarter, but since then, you're looking at a 2-1 game. The Hillers have adjusted, and they've done it well. Perloff going to put it into play. Into the attack zone, and Locke just misses the target. And that'll do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it is King Philip 5, the Hopkinton Hillers 1. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. We are ready for the fourth quarter of this varsity field hockey matchup between King Philip and the Hopkinton Hillers. A 5-1 King Philip lead. Hillers with some work to do to try to get back into this one, but it's been good to see the adjustments the Hillers have made since some early struggles in this one. Hillers working left to right across your screen. Tom Nappy happy to be with you on the call. John Ritz on camera is bringing it up the near side. Maraboldi for King Philip. King Philip in the green, Hillers in the white. Nice pass through to Interante. Locke. Taken back by King Philip. McDuff sends it over. And that shot popped up, deflected out. Perloff. Deflected out of play there. Perloff will put it into play once again, sends it up. King Philip looking to work their way down. Anderson along the far side. Moves it to Locke. Kylie Locke sneaks through. There's Perlov. Moving in, takes it! And it was off the crossbar, I want to say. It was an illegal shot anyhow, so I don't believe it would have counted. Along the far side, Stretche. Taken by Perlov. Perlov maneuvering her way in. That shot deflected. Good pressure from Camille. Sanidi Wadathantri set to put it into play. To the near side she goes to Fowler. Allie LePage puts it into play. There comes McDonald. Nice move there to get by LePage. Stays with King Philip. Putting it into play, Boldy. Misfire there by McDuff. Out in front, and it is put in. Ella Morgan was in the right place at the right time as she was in front of the net and able to sneak it in the opening. A 6-1 King Philip lead at 10:25 left to go. He forgot the along the near side. Lock. She's looking to get it in front. Perlov. It'll be a penalty corner for the Hillers. They're going to talk things over and strategize. And Durante moves it in. Perlov. Oh, that shot off a defender. They'll do it again. And Durante set to move it in. Perlov moves it over, and well defended by King Philip. Taylor McDuff gets in the way. It'll stay with King Philip. With it is McDonald. Moves it over, and that was put in. I want to say it was Kelly Holmes, the captain. We do have the running clock rule into effect. The 7-1 King Philip lead at 7:16 and counting. Left to go in this game. We're going to get a timeout on the field. Clock stopped at 7:02. King Philip 7, the Hillers 1. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. .702 left to go in the fourth quarter. 7-1 King Philip lead. Here goes Perloff. Out in front. And out of play it goes. Left to go. Along the far side is Perloff. Be a side in for the Hillers. King Philip trying to get it out of their defensive zone. On the far side, McDonald. Cloutier puts it into play. Perloff moves it up. Ooh, swing and a miss there by Perloff, but she's able to get around the defender. I'll tell you, this game with King Philip, I mean, it's obviously most likely not going to go the Hillers' way here, but this is a great experience gainer, I guess you could call it, for the Hillers. Taking on this quick-pace King Philip team. And then it's a King Philip group that is made up almost entirely of juniors and seniors. Just a couple sophomores on the roster. But they play a much different style, a quicker pace game than I think you typically get, as the Hillers going to have a penalty corner here. So they'll strategize. But it was pretty clear that the Hillers had to adjust to the style of play, and after a 3-0 first quarter, it was a much more competitive game after that. So it was good to see that the Hillers do have the ability to adjust to that quicker style game. And also the Hillers certainly won't have to worry about this King Philip team in the playoffs since they're D1. Wettathantry sends that up. And Locke trying to sneak it in, kicked away. Hillers going to keep possession. Move it 30 yards out. Wettathantry. And taken away by Fowler. Perlov moving in. Another penalty corner here for the Hillers. They're doing a nice job in this quarter, keeping the pressure on. They're going to try to move it in from the other side this time. It's going to be Perlov moving it in. Locke takes a slice. Out in front. Varsity. They'll do it again. Looks like the Hiller girls soccer team will be practicing after this field hockey matchup here on the turf, preparing for their game against Bellingham tomorrow. Perlov, just over the net. That game will be at 4 o'clock live on HCAM, and then we'll have some Thursday night Hiller football as they welcome in Medfield for a TVL large matchup. Crucial game tomorrow for the Hillers football. Be huge to get a win over division rival Medfield. Hiller football at 3-1 on the season. Medfield at 2-2. Perlov sends it over. The game scheduled for a 7 p.m. kickoff tomorrow night. Hiller football on HCAM. Either come to the game or watch it on HCAM. But you can't miss it. It's just not allowed. Varsity moves it up the far side. Perlov trying to sneak by the defenders. King Philip ball. Reached the 1 minute mark left in this fourth quarter. Cloutier moves it up. Varsity along the far sideline. Sent up over to Fowler. On their side, Anderson. Fowler with it. And it'll end up out of play. And that is going to do it. This game will come to an end. King Philip going to take it 7-1. Well, tough loss for the Hillers, but again, you're playing a Division I team and much different style of play. And certainly a school that's able to bring in a lot of talent as well. But I think the Hillers got some good experience here today, and this will certainly help them improve going forward. The Hillers are right at the top of the TVL large and looking good in that Division II bracket. And despite the fact they lost, since they played a Division I team, this will actually help them in the state rankings. So it was a good battle for the Hillers today, but they fall to King Philip by a final score of 7-1. For John Ritz on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. That's going to wrap up tonight's broadcast. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey on HCAM. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.